What is going on, everyone? Mets Talk with Hayden J here. What's poppin', everyone? What's going on? LFGM. We got a couple people in the chat already, so let's go. Please, everyone, if you can, give this video a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Please share this channel and stream with one person. That's all I ask, one person for today. My goal is to definitely try to we're almost at 300 subs. I think we're like 5 away. So please, let's try to get there. Share this stream if you can in your Discords, in your whatever you guys use for communication. Please give them a share in that. It would really mean a lot to me. But first thing we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about a ton of great stuff today. We're going to talk about the Mets and Atlanta Braves series summary. Then we are going to dive into the Mets and Miami Marlins series preview. We're going to go over a ton of injuries. We're going to go over the Yerman Mercedes 3-0. Swing. I'm definitely, intrigued in that to an extent. And we're going to go over just plenty of stuff today. It's going to be great. I'm sure you guys are going to love my comments. Maybe a little rant, perhaps. I know I definitely got very little triggered last. Well, not too triggered, but we're definitely going to get into it. LFGM, absolutely, guys. Please drop an LFGM or whatever you guys do in the comments. It would mean a lot. Yeah, my reactions are pretty funny, I will say that. So simply just diving right into today's stuff, we'll just get right into it. But please, everyone, give this stream a share. Share it on your Discords, your Twitters, whatever you guys use to communicate with people. That would mean a lot. So firstly, we're going to talk about the Mets and Atlanta Braves series summary. So first up, we could see that it was a great series overall. Listen, we had a lot of injuries, and I understand, everyone's saying, how did we not get the sweep? And everyone was mad about last night. And personally, I wasn't really that mad about last night. I mean, I think it sucked. In terms of why we lost, I think there were a couple people why. But the thing is, you're practically playing, it's practically the Syracuse Mets. So, when the Mets and Braves series was going on this week, I watched it, but, I wasn't really super emotional. I didn't get triggered. I wasn't really that, annoyed or anything like that. And I don't know why. Probably just because of simply, it was practically a minor league game, theoretically, if you want to call it that. So simply let's just dive right into it. Game 1, which was a Monday, the Mets took the W on that. It was a 3-1 game, so definitely a close game. And we had Taijuan Walker on the bump. And there were some concerns with Walker. He was taken out of the game early. We're going to get into that. But Walker, he had a nice day on the bump. 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. As we stated, he left after before going into the 4th inning from having left side tightness, which was something that DeGrom had, but he had right side tightness in his lat. But luckily an MRI was taken. It was clean. He looked fine. Just to be cautious because, pitching and all the injuries going on, you got to be safe and sorry. And especially, he's been injury prone before and he's throwing harder, so you got to be cognizant of that. So definitely was an issue to monitor. So that was something. Otherwise, he did well out there. I really had no complaints in terms of him. Definitely unfortunate that it made us go to our bullpen so early on, and we've been used to that. And then we had Sean Reed-Foley, who stepped in, who pitched 3 perfect innings straight. So Reed-Foley, he's been a gem so far. He really has. He's been one of the few guys that I didn't really suspect. Maybe him and Tommy Hunter. So I always enjoy, a little secret gem in our rotation. Let's see what else we got. So that was that. That was it with Walker. That was it with Reed-Foley. We had Familia came in quiet. Then we had Trevor May come in, who did give up the first and only run of the game. It was a solo home run by Austin Riley. And, we talk about these unsuspected Met killers. Austin Riley's definitely that unsuspected Met killer. I'll say that. And then Diaz came in and closed the game. So that was really it. In terms of the offense, McCann came in with a big hit to drive in Tomas Nido. As we stated, Pilar got a 2-run homer to start things off. And then, like we said, that was really it. We saw Johannes Fargas did get his first MLB hit, so that's always good to hear. And it was his first RBI, so that's always enjoyable to see. Also, I do want to talk about Kevin Pilar a little bit. Very unfortunate it happened to him. Logan Webb I think there's two of those guys. I don't know if they're brothers or related, but definitely a little unfortunate what happened to those guys. It wasn't intentional. It was obviously, a bad grip on the ball. It flew away. And it sucks. And everyone got very emotional during it. And I understand. We had a lot of stuff going on. This was a real bad injury. It was gruesome. You could see the man, blood dripping down. It wasn't an attractive thing to view. And it just happened at an unsuspected time, at a terrible time for guys to get injured. Pilar was, one of the few gems in this Mets bench who has so far been doing well with this team. So it was really unfortunate to see just Pilar get hurt. I mean, I felt bad. I really did. He's been doing good, Pilar, for this team. And I think just the time it happened, and it was just so emotional watching him in the press conference. But, listen, that happens to all guys. Not many guys, get hit. Harper, 2 weeks prior, he got hit with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball in the face, too. He recovered. He had to miss a couple days. And I think Pilar's was much worse because, it struck him more sideways. So definitely difficult to see. That's all I'm going to say. It was very difficult to observe. But luckily he'll be fine. He's recovered. As we said, we went out to Twitter. He said he was fine. We saw the press conference. And I feel bad for Webb. The pitcher, Logan. I think his name is Jeffrey Logan Webb. He's a young pitcher. I think he may be a rookie. That destroys a lot of guys' confidence. We saw what happened with the former. Well, he's a former Cub, now a current Met, but Albert Almora Jr. He was, he wasn't an all-star or anything, but he was an average player. He went to Houston. He hit that foul ball against that little girl in the face, and ever since he's kind of been shaken from it. So, definitely great to see some solidarity there and unity between Pilar and the Braves. And obviously, it wasn't intentional. Stinker, as I like to call him, the Braves manager, Stinker. He called Pilar. Obviously, it wasn't intentional, and everyone wanted to throw back at the Freeman and Acuna. No, that's going to make it worse. We don't need another throwing rivalry, but otherwise it was very gruesome to see. I'd be interested. What do you guys think in the comments? I know poor Pilar. So let me know your thoughts on it, about the whole Pilar issue. In terms of game 2, definitely things kind of came around. Definitely close game. The Mets won that game 4-3. It was a positive start. Nito was able to be the starting catcher. It was great that Luis Rojas gave him the back-to-back start. I don't think Nito has ever really done it in his career. Maybe he's done it once or twice. Gets the back-to-back start. I think he maybe did it once or twice in 2020, and that's a 60-game season. But he's pulling stuff together, and that's what Rojas is seeing. Rojas is seeing Nito is pulling his stuff together. And I think, for Rojas to see that means a lot because, Rojas, he's not so big on the lineup. So Rojas is able to see Nito is pulling his stuff together. And that's all I'll take. But overall, it was a bullpen game as stated, which was another concern on why Walker left yesterday. It was a bullpen game due to it was supposed to be, it was, it would have been Peterson, but they put him a day back. Definitely a tough game. I will say that. Tough game on the pitchers at least. So it was an openers game. And there, we used 7 bullpen pitchers. We used 7 bullpen pitchers. So we started off with Castro, who went an inning. Personally, I felt an inning's a little cheap with Castro. I really know that he only goes an inning or two, but I thought you could have thrown him in for a second. He did pretty solid the first inning. I figured why not give him a second inning chance. Rojas has been very intriguing with his bullpen moves lately. We had Tommy Hunter, who did marvelous. 2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts. That was it. Solid. So Tommy Hunter's definitely been a secret gem so far. We had Trevor May, Aaron Loop, Jeurys Familia, and then we had Edwin Diaz to get the close, which I believe was his 7th close of the year. So always great to see. Offense was pretty good. Villar started off with a homer to left field to drive in 2. Following that was a sac fly from Pete Alonso into center field. And then the bottom of the 8th, sadly, the Braves did tie it up, but no worries. In the top of the 9th, Tomas, the GOAT, came up, 2 outs. I think the count was 2-0 maybe, and hit a moonshot. Well, not really a moonshot, but a gorgeous homer to the left field stands. And that was great. That secured us the win. Diaz came in afterwards, got the save. Our bullpen was great as stated. We went through 7 guys and, only gave up 3 runs. So, and even before that. So definitely great to see. And then our defense was pretty on point. Lindor made a nice couple grabs and shortstop in at the second base shift. Fargus, I should say, made a nice catch out in right field. Alonso made some nice scoops. So definitely pretty solid from what we saw. And then, in terms of game 3, that was yesterday's game, which pretty much was the Syracuse Mets pretty much wrapped up. I mean, you pretty much the only starters you really had were Nito, Smith, and Lindor, and then obviously, your starting pitcher. So that was pretty interesting to see, not gonna lie. It kind of reminded me of the 2013 New York Mets, 2014 New York Mets, where it was pretty much a lot of our bench guys and injuries. So a little. Unfortunately, we were able to not get the W yesterday. We lost 5-4. I didn't really take notes on it because I had a lot to do today, but just a brief summary of what I remember off the top of my head. The Mets did lose yesterday's game 5-4. It started off pretty interesting. As we know, it was a bullpen game, of course. My bad. It was not a bullpen game. I was thinking of the day before. Yesterday was a start by David Peterson. He looked solid, 4.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 5 Ks. From what it seems, he really didn't start to collapse till the bottom of the 5th. And that's the thing with Peterson is that, he's not going to go a lot of innings this year. So I think that was kind of on Rojas to leave him in. Listen, it's fine to put him in the 5th, but, once you give up a run or two or bases loaded and, you're approaching, the 70, 80 mark of pitches that, that's the call to, skadoosh. But then after that, we had Drew Smith, Castro, Loop, and Barnes to come in. Sadly, we couldn't do anything. Jacob Barnes got the loss because Ronald Acuna Jr. In the bottom of the 9th inning tied it up with a walk-off homer. So definitely a tough game. The Braves didn't so much give us a run for our money, but they did. The Braves, their offense has been very quiet, and so is their pitching. We saw a lot of their pitchers are hurt. They gave us a run for our money. I guarantee you, if we had our full squad back, we probably could have swept them. But I wasn't really super concerned because we're practically, I don't want to say it, but we were pretty much a minor league team. I was very concerned with why Pete Alonso was not in the game. I literally went to Twitter and I said, "Is he dead? Because is Rojas a moron or what's going on?" And then simply enough, because he didn't even pitch hit, so you would have thought Pete would have at least pitched hit, and that's what it says on Twitter right here. And I'm literally reading the tweet. And apparently, he did have some hand issues, but we're going to get into that, though, in a bit. Actually, we'll talk about it now. Why not? One less player to talk about later. So in the St. Louis series, he did get hit lightly with the ball to his hand. No injuries sustained. He did have some examinations and an MRI taken after the St. Louis series. Everything looked clean, which was 2 weeks ago. And then I'm guessing yesterday, I don't know. And I'm guessing yesterday he started to feel some of it. So obviously with all the Mets stuff going on, Rojas played it smart. To an extent, he played it smart. He played it smart in keeping him off, but he didn't tell anyone what happened, which, you kind of should. Maybe he didn't want to scare his guys, whatever. But then I think in terms of with the Pete, he wanted to play it safe. I understand that. That's that's good. And hopefully, I think he'll be ready by the Miami series, no doubt. He said he feels fine. He just had a little tightness. And, after 2 weeks, you would have felt it way before, especially if he's crushing, 100-mile-per-hour exit velo home runs at Tropicana Field against the Rays. You kind of would feel it on that. So I don't think it's a big deal, just a safety caution. And there's a day off today, so 2 days off. I think he'll be back up in the lineup. In terms of the Marlins series. But getting into the Mets and Miami Marlins series, please, everyone, let me know in your comments what were your thoughts on the Mets and Braves series. What'd you think of it? And please let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Mets and Marlins series. I'd be very delighted to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, that's really it with that. In terms of the Mets and Marlins series, it is a 3-game series. It is the first time the Mets will be playing the Miami Marlins since that Michael Conforto lean-in pitched for the walk-off. Because remember, Game 3 was rained out. So this will be the first time we're playing them. In terms of retaliation, I don't think there is going to be retaliation. You had guys like Alvarado who retaliated where he didn't even have any affiliation with the Marlins. or the Mets. I think he was just trying to, be a guy to get up in everyone's business. But in terms of the Mets, I mean, in terms of the Marlins, I should say, I'm not concerned. It's really not a big deal. Yeah. But luckily, and as I stated, the Mets starter would technically be DeGrom, but he is on the IL, so it is still unknown. In terms of the Marlins starter, it's still unknown. Could likely be Pablo Lopez, what it says here, who luckily he is a righty, because I know, especially in that Atlanta series, a lot of lefties, which the Mets haven't faced a lot this series, so that was definitely a concern. But looking at my research with Lopez, low velocity, fastball pitcher. So I hope the Mets bats can get to that. So that's game one, which is tomorrow at 7:10. And the Marlins will be debuting in those nice, what do you call it? Those like red jerseys. I don't know if you guys saw them, but they're having like the Cuban historical jerseys. So they're gonna wear the red jerseys, and it says like Sugar City or something. So I like those. The NBA does it. I think it's great for baseball. Expand merchandise. I mean, I'm a jersey guy, so I'm probably gonna buy that jersey for the just reasoning. It looks great. I mean, I'm looking at it now. Nice red jersey, has the blue. It looks great. Let me know what you guys think about it. So that was game one. In terms of game two, which is Saturday, which is at 4:10, both starters are unknown. The Mets, it could be Stroman because it'd be after that DeGrom day, so I'm guessing it'll be Stroman. And, my goals with Stroman are pretty basic. Throw strikeouts, less on the walks, keep the velocity high, ground ball pitcher, so defense will be important. Luckily, we have our defensive guys out there, of course, in, Villar, Vargas, all those guys. I'm hoping Nito will start. In terms of being a ground ball pitcher, I'm hoping because I'm sure if we have a confident catcher behind the plate, then Stroman will locate the strike zone much better. I feel that'll be game two. In terms of game three, which is a Sunday game, 1:10. Typically, the Mets do well on Sundays. Last week they did not, but both starters are unknown. Like we said, that's really with the Mets and Marlins series. I will say the Marlins, like I said, they're debuting in those nice New Jerseys, so that'll be nice to see. I will say, the Marlins have been a little interesting. They've been giving the Phillies this last series a run for their money. Chaz Chisholm's been quite amazing. Kind of reminds me of like a Jimenez Iglesias kind of. He has that athletic speed. I could definitely see Chisholm going 2020, potentially be in the race for Rookie of the Year in the NL. Aguilar's been a beast so far with his power. So the Mets are going to have to get on top of these guys. I mean, they've changed a bit. I mean, we saw when the Marlins came to Citi Field, Chisholm literally rocked DeGrom with that home run. So definitely something that the Mets are going to have to keep an eye out. But overall, I think it'll be fine. Just keep the series as it is. So I think it'll be a nice series, though. In terms of my score predictions, let me know your guys' scores predictions in the comments. In terms of score prediction, I probably am going to go. I would say yeesh, I don't know. I'm probably gonna say we take it 2-1. I think we'll take Friday's game and Sunday's game. I think that's fair. I think we'll take Friday's game and Sunday's game. Please let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think the results of this game will be? I'll be very interested to hear. I think we'll take a 2-1. 2-1 is definitely fair. But yeah, that's really all I had in terms of the Mets, series recap and series preview. I do want to go into some news. So we're just going to dive right into it, and then we'll go over my questions. So if you guys want to drop a couple questions in the comments so I can get to them in a bit. So we saw the injuries currently right now. We have over 13 guys in this injury list. And when the season started, I suspected guys to be injured. I said, we're coming off, a rough year. Guys are going to get hurt. But not to this extent. I thought, we'd get maybe 2 or 3 guys hurt. Maybe I suspect Nimmo would get hurt because, he's a little injury prone. And maybe I suspected I don't know, maybe Conforto to get hurt and maybe another guy or two. But the injuries have been killing us. And it's been killing all MLB. Look how many guys there are, getting hurt. But the fact that we have 13 guys out, I mean, listen, it shows we have good depth and a good bench, and it shows confidence in our farm system. Sure, I get that, but it always sucks to hear. I mean, anyone could admit it. But in terms of the injuries, I mean, I thought we'd have 2-3 guys. We have 13. We have J.D. Davis out, who is in rehab. He will be playing, I think, in Syracuse in a rehab game. So that's good. I think he started. I think he had 3 hits. So that's always great to see. He'll probably be back, probably the Miami series, I'm hoping. Nimmo, who, I mean, he has yet to swing a bat because, they're still being cautious with that hand, with that rotator cuff. So with him, I'm assuming maybe a couple days, a week. We know McNeil and Conforto, they both had their hamstring tightness, right legs. So they're on a week-to-week basis. So that's definitely to be dated. Some progress though is DeGrom will be starting tomorrow night in the Port St. Lucie Mets affiliate minor league game. So that'll be good. Hopefully, maybe he'll pitch a perfect game or a no-hitter. That'll be nice. You heard it here first. Then we will have, and then obviously Seth Lugo and Noah Syndergaard made appearances back for the Port St. Lucie Mets, and they looked good. Lugo topped out, I think, 94 miles per hour. He averages 96, so I'll take it. Lugo looked good. He looked clean. He looked in a rhythm. Mechanically looked fine. Thor, I didn't really watch much of Thor. I still have to look at some clips of that. But in terms of everything, I think everything was fine. I'm not concerned with those 2 guys. I think once those 2 guys come back, it'll be very vital. And yeah, I think it's fine. So that's in terms of the injuries I wanted to get over. We saw Andres Jimenez was sent down to the AAA from the Cleveland Indians. I'll say one thing. Jimenez was called up way too early by the Mets. And Jimenez, I was speaking about it last night with some friends. I'm going to go over it now. Jimenez is a guy, he's a light contact hitter. He's like kind of an Iglesias right now. He's a wizard with the glove. But with the bat, he doesn't really have much going on there. He's a light hitting shortstop. Maybe throw him in the gym a bit, and he'll be fine. But in terms of that, I'm a little surprised the Indians called him up. But I mean, that means you'd only get one guy get called up by the major leagues in that Lindor trade. So I get that. So that's that. As we said, Mike Trout is out on the IL for 6 to 8 weeks with a calf strain. So that's very serious. Well, I don't want to say very serious, but it's something you don't want to mess around with. So likely that'll mean more playing time for the former New York Met and now current Anaheim Angel or Los Angeles Angel, whatever they're called, in Juan Lagares. So good for him. As we know, Tomasino's been looking very hot. And then I guess one big thing that I want to talk about, which will probably be quite long if you ask me. I want to go over the Yermin Mercedes 3-0 hit. So now we saw with Yermin Mercedes, so pretty much a quick summary. I'm sure most of you know it by now, but I'm just going to go over because why not? So Yermin Mercedes pretty much took the Twins' position player, substituted pitcher, William Astudillo deep. He had a home run against them when the score was 15 to 4. And we know that this is something that happened last year with Tatis. So pretty much he took him deep. It was a position player. So the Twins pretty much gave up the game. I think it was the 7th inning or 6th inning. So the Twins pretty much gave up the game. They pretty much said, okay, we're just going to put a position player in. Our bullpen is done. We kind of forfeit the game, but we're just going to go on with it. Just throw some guys in. So they had William Astudillo going, who was a catcher and a DH. So he pitched. He threw a 40-mile-per-hour ball right over the plate. And Yermin Mercedes, who's looking hot so far, leading the league in average, he took him deep. He swung 3-0 with, I think it was 2 on. Listen, you guys all know what went wrong. You have a guy like Tony La Russa, who's an old skilled manager. He doesn't believe in that. In terms of what I believe, it's probably what everyone else believes. It's like with Tatis last year in Texas when he swung at 3-0 and got that grand slam when they were up by 7, and everyone got mad at Tatis. But the thing is, and I definitely am going to defend Yermin Mercedes, and a lot of his guys are. Sadly, that he has a manager, Tony La Russa, who I think, in terms of baseball, I think he's a great manager. I think he has, as a person, I don't like him. I think he's made a lot of silly choices. with his life and what he has done in his free time. But I think as a baseball manager, I think he has some stuff. I will say what he did this past week made me lose a ton of respect for him. My respect was not here. My respect was up here for him. Now it's probably a down here-ish. Definitely disgusting to see that a manager who, he didn't agree with him. And, okay, it's one thing if he gave Yermin Mercedes the take sign or not. But I think the fact that you pretty much told your guy afterwards, he pretty much said in the interview that he scolded him out in the dugout, how he went over to the Twins and apologized. Why are you apologizing? The dude's doing his job. And I think it comes to the point where defending Yermin Mercedes, he's a rookie, so he has no contract. After this year, he's arbitration eligible. So this dude wants to prove himself, and having an extra home run, a higher batting average, and 3 extra RBIs, that's going to help him out. That's going to help him have a contract. If your name is Mike Trout or Fernando Tatis Jr., you're fine. You're good. But no, Yermin Mercedes doesn't have a contract. He's a rookie. He's trying to make that race for Rookie of the Year. But if, he stood there and took the pitch, he could have got a walk, but then he could have got a strike. You never know. So, that's really disappointing. And I think we live in a day where, listen, I understand the respect terms of it. I do. As an athlete, I can understand the respect. I mean, I don't really think it was disrespectful. I think if it was disrespectful, if Mercedes looked at the pitcher and, did, 15-4 or something like that, that would have been rude. Yeah. But I'm all for it. You want to expand this game. You want to, the fans want to see homers. They want to see, great plays. They don't want to sit there and see walks. They don't want to sit there and see, boring plays. They want to sit there. They want to be excited. What do you think is going to get someone more excited, a walk or a home run? And I think we live in a day and age where, the unwritten rules, it no longer, let the kids play is the motto. And I think now, La Russa, there's decades age difference between the guys. La Russa's almost 80. Yermin Mercedes, he's a bit older for a rookie. I think he's like 26, 27. So he's a bit older for a rookie, but, these guys don't mix. And I mean, luckily the White Sox are doing good because if they weren't, La Russa would be. And I think it's unfortunate. I mean, let me guys know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this? But overall, I'm going to agree with Yermin Mercedes. The fact that your manager goes against you and pretty much scolds you out in the dugout and says that, you should have not swung. Shame on you. You should have took that. Goes over to the Twins, apologizes, and the next day when you get hit at, he says, it's understandable. Well, did you not see what happened with Pilar the other day? I mean, I don't want to compare Pilar to this. That's completely, a difference. But he could have got hurt if he got hit. So definitely terrible to see. I mean, the players want to see a manager who stands up for them. For the fact that the manager said, pretty much scolded at his player and called him out and said, he doesn't play he plays the game of baseball. That is baseball. Baseball's hitting home runs. I mean, the goal is, if I Google the basic Wikipedia or definition of baseball, it's probably going to say something like that, or a hitter at least. It's not going to say sit there and don't do anything. You need to advance the game. Baseball, the views are going down. Everything else is going up. Why? Because everything else is getting exciting. Where Rob Manfred and all these old boomer idiots don't know what they're doing. And they still think, we're going to expand. But no, you're not. La Russa and these old boomers don't have a touch to the younger athletes. And that's when La Russa got hired. I automatically said an 80-year-old guy is not going to fit in with this cultural, young, different group of people. Guys like Tim Anderson want a bat flip. La Russa says, no, that's rude. Well, you know what, Tony La Russa? You want to know what you should do then? If you're all about sportsmanship, why don't you play like a little leaguer? And why don't you, when the game is over, you have both teams lined up and they give high fives? That sounds like sportsmanship to me. I mean, my school does that, and I don't care, but we do that. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever play or if you play little league or middle school or high school ball or whatever, but that's what they do. Once the game's over, you line up and you give each other high fives. Yeah, that's sportsmanship. Do that then. How about that? Does that sound good, La Russa? I think so. So just so stupid to see. It really is. Yeah. So that's really what I have to say about the La Russa, Yermin Mercedes. Yermin Mercedes, keep hitting dingers. And, the fact his teammates even came to him, Lance Lynn, kind of scolded out La Russa. Tim Anderson pretty much went to his Twitter, to his Instagram and said, keep hitting bombs, Mercedes, we love you, man. So, and that's the thing. And, now this dugout's going to be so weird just having these two guys. And, come on, La Russa, you got to expand the game. listen, and if we're going to talk about unwritten rules, I mean, is there an unwritten rule about drinking and driving? I mean, it's not my job, but it's something that baseball and these older generations. And listen, I understand it's America's pastime. I understand the respect, and I'm all for respect. As an athlete, I mean, I'm a second baseman. If I was pitching and someone took me deep, yeah, I'd probably be annoyed. But I mean, from Twins fans on Instagram, they said they legit did not care. And I guarantee you, no one on the Twins cared. And the fact that, who was it? Duffy pitched, and he hit him. I guarantee you, I wouldn't be surprised if La Russa told him to do that. He went over to the other dugout and told him to do that. Wouldn't be surprising. But overall, I'm all for expanding the game, and I'm all for respect, but I don't really think it has to do much with respect. If anything, I think it's disrespectful that the Twins kind of just gave up. And they just said, okay, forget it. We have no confidence on our offense to get this game back. And even in getting the game back, as a Mets fan, I mean, we've blown, 8-0 runs before in, the 8th inning. I mean, do we need to talk about the Nationals game last year at the Kurt Suzuki walk-off with Diaz? We were down like 7 runs. Anything's possible. It really is. It's baseball. It's unpredictable. So, but let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, about that. Yermin Mercedes, I feel bad for the guy. And like I said, he's a rookie. He really needs to avenge himself. He needs to try to go out there and do what he needs to do to succeed. He wants that Rookie of the Year title. Well, him sitting there not hitting, that's one less stat in his favor. But let me know in the comments, thoughts, baseball fans. What are your thoughts on Mercedes as a player overall? He's a beast. I agree with you, man. But La Russa, it's a different generation. I mean, listen, I respect the old generation, but I think it comes to a point where, you can't have both. And I think, most people now, the younger people, appeal to the younger generation. But please, everyone, that's all the news I have today and everything. So we're going to go over some comments, some questions. If you guys want to do a little Q&A, I put on the slow mode just so the comment section doesn't get all crazy. I'm going to take it off though. But yeah, I just do that just so because I like to read everyone's comments, of course, and I can't get to them all. I'm flattered that I get over hundreds of comments on these. It means a lot. When I first started this channel, I thought I'd get like 2. So I'll take it off. Slow mode. All right. So you guys should be able to comment all you want. Alrighty. But please, everyone, give this video a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Do what you got to do. It would mean a lot. If you have any questions, please drop them. A little low on views today. Not really sure why. Well, it's kind of early. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Yeah, so please drop some comments, questions, whatever you guys like to do. If you comment your Discord stuff, go ahead. That's fine by me. Okay. What's going on, DJ? What's going on, man? A lot. Yeah, listen, man, a lot has happened these last couple of days. I will say that injuries, first hits, lots going on. Yeah, Mets have been a lull. GM, absolutely. Imagine trying to. I know that's what I was saying. I said before. Imagine the dude pitches a perfect game. LFGM, absolutely did. Absolutely. Hope I agree. LFGM. Hopefully Lindor can get somewhere. What are you doing, Collins? That's a great question. I typically don't like to do call-ins on these. I probably am going to do call-ins. I'll do them at some point. Maybe like once a week I'll do a little small segment where maybe I just have call-ins and we talk baseball or something. Or even, sometimes I do a private non-live StreamYard with some of the crew, the Mets crew and YouTubers and stuff, and my own personal friends. I'm glad to put that, link in the Discord, and you guys could join and watch the game with me live. And we're not live. 4-way. Okay, so we're close. We're close. Please, everyone, try to get me there. I'd mean a lot. Having thoughts on making a YouTube channel and covering the Mets. What suggestions? Yeah, Jack. I mean, listen, if you make a channel, please tell me. I'll give you some information. I'll help you. I'll give you some views, likes, subs. Basically, I know it sounds vague, but I think you have to be consistent. Take time and effort. If you go to my first ever video on here, it's MLB expansion franchises, and it wasn't really that great. It was me sitting up in front of my desk with my phone out like this, and I was reading off my script in front of me. And I mean, I didn't really know much. I kind of stuttered a lot. I paused. My editing was terrible. The lighting was bad. So I mean, listen, I don't know how tech savvy you are. I don't know a thing about technology. I guarantee you, this is probably the most I could ever do. So honestly, I mean, if you're tech savvy and stuff, use your editing and stuff. But in terms of just basic, getting out there more, use hashtags when you make videos. Use hashtags. Interact with the YouTube community, comment on other Mets fans channels. Upload consistent. I mean, I can only upload so much, but don't upload like once a month. Upload a fair amount. Upload, important topics. That's what's going on. You could even do stuff that isn't going on, so maybe it'll draw some attention. Just make your stuff appealing. Take the time and effort, and just try hard. That's all I got for you, man. But definitely, if you do start a channel, let me know. I definitely check you out, man. Okay, we're almost there, but please, everyone, I appreciate it if you guys gave me a subscribe, gave this video a like, comment, everything else you guys could do. It would mean a lot. We're almost at 300 subs. So I'm hoping to get there soon. And I mean, we are almost there. So I'll take it. Your reactions when the Mets lose? Yeah, Michael, they definitely are. I will say last night was pretty quiet, though. Thoughts on the Braves? Yeah. Talked about that. Fargas is good. Yeah, I think so. He's been looking good. He has a nice hit. RBI in his record so far. His defense seems pretty nice. I wouldn't mind keeping him. But it's likely they'll send him down once everyone gets back. Thoughts on Dominic Smith? That's quite the Polish last name there, my friend. I'm Polish too. I see the cute accent right there. Listen, Dom Smith is one of the guys in the Mets that, I hate to badmouth him and talk bad about him. I think he has his pros. I think he has his cons. Will we see the 2020-60 game Dom Smith? Maybe. Or are we going to see, the bench Dom Smith? I think the thing with Dom Smith is that he has nowhere to play. First base is Pete Alonso's position. Do I want the DH to come? Yes. Do I think it will come anytime soon? No. So that means you have nowhere to put Dom besides left field. He is not a left fielder. His mechanics in left field are terrible. He is terrible with reading the ball. His leg mechanics, he cannot read the ball. His arm is terrible. I mean, he's a first baseman, so first basemen typically don't have a strong arm. He can barely reach the cutoff man, and if he does, it's terrible accuracy. And I don't really, he's not equipped as a left fielder. He really isn't. Definitely, I think a trade is likable for him. I wouldn't mind throwing him in a trade, maybe with the A's. Sandy Alderson has relations with them. If you want to throw him in there, maybe get a guy like Ramon Laureano. The thing is, left fielders, there's only, so many left fielders out there. And, that's why left field and right field are usually some of the least talented. Yeah, he's looking like it. LFGM, absolutely. Poor Pilar. Yeah, man, I felt bad about that. Absolutely. LFGM, Nick. And keep up. I appreciate it, man. Listen, your Red Sox are holding up. There's no Met game on tonight, so I'll probably watch them. I think Steven Matz is on the bump today against, who is it, Pavetta? Matz and Pavetta. So that'd be a nice start. So, yeah, I'll probably watch that. Red Sox looking good, though. Verdugo's been good. Sorry, I was getting a text from my boss. Martinez, that instant replay really helped that guy out. That really helped him out because he's been looking like an MVP type of guy. Fenway's an interesting ballpark to hit and pitch. But their guys are doing it, and I really think Cora was the I don't know an idiom to use, but Cora was their key to help him, I guess. LFGM, absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Nice jersey. I'm assuming, I don't know if you're talking about mine or if you're talking about, Marlins. I got the Marlins World Series patch. I don't know if you're talking about that or if you're talking about the Marlins, the Red Sugar Cuban City jerseys they're going to be debuting in. Fire Rojas. Yeah, I fire him right now. I had no problem with that. Mets sweep the series. I'm assuming that's a prediction for the Mets and Marlins. I hope so, man. Say Marlins are tough, though. Trout is out. Yeah, Marco, I saw that. I did go over that briefly. He did have some calf strains. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks, so more time for Lagares. Guys, yeah, they are. Their prospects are very interesting. Sanchez, once he should be coming up soon, but guys like Alcantara, Trevor Rogers is scary. He really is. I think there's 2 guys right now in the NL that are contenders for Rookie of the Year, and they're both Marlins. Chaz Chisholm, Trevor Rogers. I mean, don't sleep on the Marlins. Even when they were bad, they just always found a way to get to us somehow. But, Marlins Park, it's not so much a great hitter's ballpark. Alonso dominates there. Hopefully he'll be back. Alonso had his first home run there. Hopefully Mets can get something going in Miami. Like I said, it's the first game there since the Conforto walk-off. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's up, Leonardo DiCaprio? Old sport. What up? What's going on, Z-Card Sports? What's going on, man? LFGM. Hopefully DeGrom wins another Cy Young. Mercedes. Yeah, he's a beast. He is. He is a beast, no doubt. LFGM, absolutely Jack in the Box. I agree. You think JD will be back tomorrow? I hope so. I think he'll definitely come back, Z Sports Cards, at some point throughout the Mets and Marlins series. I mean, he has to come back short. I mean, how much longer can he be out for? I mean, he's not like he's swinging a bat. He's playing in Syracuse. So that's really the next thing up would be the majors. So I think he'll be back. I want to see if there's anything with Twitter on that, any news or any details. I think it's possible he'll come back. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. Maybe what they'll do is what I could see likable is that the Mets bring him up Saturday or Sunday and then just use him as like a pitch hitter or a bench player. I think that'd be fair to get him acclimated but not start the whole game or play at third base where he could potentially hurt himself. Yeah, Mercedes is looking good, man. I will say that. Yeah, Yankees, I don't know what the score is now. I saw it was Dunning and versus Herman. Yankees have been showing life. They're healthy, which is one of the few things that they've had struggles with. I'll rephrase. Stan's on the 10-day IL, but for the most part, 95% of them are healthy because Voigt's back. Luke Voigt's back. That's a nice key piece. I will say he's a little overrated. I will say that. Everyone acts like he's the MVP. Corey Kluber pitched a gorgeous no-hitter yesterday. In terms of the no-hitters, it's been ridiculous. 6 no-hitters already. I think we had 2 since my last live stream. Spencer Turnbull, who really relied on that slider, Seattle Mariners, and then yesterday Corey Kluber against the Rangers. So the Rangers and Mariners have both been no-hit twice already this season, and the Indians twice. So definitely year of the pitcher. So many records and stats being broken with 6 no-hitters at this time already, and I really think it's the ball. And, everyone's talking about wanting to move the mound back. I wouldn't be opposed to it if you move it back a foot and 6 inches. Definitely add some more. It would take the pitcher's velocity down, but it would also add some more movement and more rhythm and travel for the pitch to home plate. So that'd be pretty interesting for guys like DeGrom, Stroman, and then the ground ball pitchers. So that'd be intriguing. I'd be interested to see how that is. I think the minor leagues were doing that this year. The minor league is doing a lot of stuff this year. I know they're doing the pickoff stuff. I think they moved the plates like a foot back or something. No, they widened them like a couple inches. So minor leaguers are doing something. The minor league is doing something this year. Rangers have gotten a runner. Haven't. Eesh. Yeah, Herman, he's not going to be comeback of the player of the year. There'll be so much controversy over that. Probably be, I think I got Trey Mancini as my comeback player of the year in the AL. LFGM, absolutely. Spears, yeah, I see. You're definitely more Polish than I am. We got 10 people in the chat. LFGM, everyone. Please give this video a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on with the Mets, injuries, baseball, Yerman Mercedes. I'd be delighted to hear. I'll read your comment. Please mean a lot. Please help me get to 300 subs. We're almost there. I think we're like 5 away. Blue Kid, Dom Smith. Yeah, he's very slow. I will say that. He is slow. I see, getting a ball in the foul corner. He runs slow, and I even say that slow arm and slow in terms of everything. But I think at, first base, if he's there, it's, a smaller zone to control, where he's not used to controlling such a wide area. But yeah, I will say he is very slow. What game should I watch today with no Mets game? Michael, I mean, let's see what games are on today. I mean, I know I said the Mets and Blue Jays. That's on at 7:37. You got the former Mets, Steven Matz, and Nick Pivetta going on the bump. If you want to see the Marlins and Phillies game, that's at 7:05. A lot of games. Giants are beating the Reds 19-4. Eesh. Yeah, I saw that. I just saw someone commented that. Eesh. Imagine, oh no, he can't swing at the ball anymore. Oh. Rays, yeah. Seen a lot of weird scores. Like there'll be a game where the score's like 18-1, and then we'll see a game where it's like 2-1. So something's going on with these baseballs. I'll say that. And that's the thing is, I mean, I don't want to say it's just affecting the Mets, but I mean, we saw that Shohei Ohtani one that was right at his eyelids, and he hit that. But it's definitely beginning to the Mets, though. I mean, exit velo won't be a thing if this keeps going on. But I think Manfred's going to bring it back at the All-Star game. I mean, he did it 2018, he did it 2019, and they always want to expand the game. So, and I think it'll be nice. And even I'd seen videos of a ball from this year, last year, 2018, 2019, and just the size. Just the size looks different. The weight is different from what I've heard. I haven't really seen much of what athletes said about throwing it or holding it, but from what I think I've seen, I think it's been a little bit different. Yeah, I'd probably say Red Sox and Blue Jays. The Dodgers play the Diamondbacks. Limited amount of games, but I do enjoy some. I always enjoy some days where the Mets don't play because then I get to catch up on other baseball. So yeah, I always enjoy that, and I mean it's potential less loss for the Mets. So why don't I enjoy it? 2-1 Yankees. Oof. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, Giovanni? LFGM. Absolutely, guys. If you guys are just tuning in, we briefly went over the Mets and Atlanta Braves series summary. We went over the Mets and Marlins preview. We went over the Yerman Mercedes stuff, the injuries, all the news going on in baseball. Please, give me some comments, questions, news, anything you want to talk about. Ask me questions about baseball, the Mets, the Marlins, the Cubs. I know we have some Cubs people on this channel. Maybe they'll hop in at some point. Go Philly today, so we can still be in first place. Go Phillies. Well, what is the stat? Well, we're still in first place. Oh, that's right. If the Braves win today, then they would. Oh no. They're no. Never mind. I misread that. Who do the Phillies play today? Oh, they're playing the Marlins. So yeah, I'll take the Marlins over the Phillies. So we still got that first place. Well, we still would be anyways. They'd just be 500, but it helps us out. Yeah, that's what I figured, man. You're good. Go Marlins. Yeah, I got the Marlins jersey on, so we're rocking already. I don't know if you saw those Marlins jerseys, the sugar ones that they're wearing for the Mets series. Those look like pretty cool. No, you're good, man. Those look like some pretty cool jerseys. But please, everyone, we'll probably end the stream shortly. Low crowd today, I will say that. But let me know in the comments, what time do you guys usually like to what time do you guys like me to do streams? I'm trying to figure out times. Let me know what time you guys usually like me to do streams at. Give a time, an estimated time. Yeah. I'm a Marlins fan, confirmed. I mean, I don't really have much Marlins stuff back here. I mean, I have my Billy the Marlin thing up there, but that's really it. Yeah, that's really it. Those are fire. I saw those jerseys. I want to pull them up and just show them on the stream so I can say I did it. Marlins jerseys. They're like the Cuban ones. They're really nice. I saw Chisholm wearing them. They were nice. No, I'm not sharing it. Share stream. I mean, these are them, and they here there. Well, so Alcantara. Who's that? Yeah, it's Alcantara, right? Yeah. I mean, look how nice they are. I mean, it's back. You got the Marlins patch. You got the little sugar Cuba patch right there. The Miami. I mean, just gorgeous. They're nice. And then the hat, of course. Probably buy that hat. We all know how much of a hat collector I am. So here's Chaz Chisholm with it with his blue hair. So definitely a nice jersey. I will say that. Here's the full thing. Miguel Rojas will show that. So nice blue hat. So the outfit goes pretty well. That nice Miami swagger. I think those are gorgeous jerseys. I like them. I'd definitely buy one. No doubt. You like this time? All right. So like 3:15 we got. Okay. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Yeah, it seems like this time typically people are getting home from school, work, curricular activities, and I don't mind it. You going? I wish I could, but I have work on a lot of like end of school courses and stuff and all that. I have to get on off my plate. So I wish I could. I probably will go. I'm definitely going to a Marlins game this year. I'm going to the Marlins. Oh, I'm going to the Marlins and Blue Jays game in June. And then I'm hoping maybe the Mets come down here again in August. Maybe I'll go to that game. I'll definitely buy tickets for that. Maybe go with some friends. It's Mets talk with Hayden today. It's Mets talk and Marlins talk. Whoa. Fire. Yeah, the jerseys are pretty fire. I'll say that. I definitely would buy one of those jerseys, no doubt. And I think it's good. I like the jerseys. I mean, we look at a team where, a team like the Diamondbacks has, the Diamondbacks have like 7 jerseys. They have like a home, they're away, they're the 2 alternate home, the 2 alternate away, like they're like every now and then jersey. And it's kind of like stick with the jersey and then just leave it. I don't know. The Mets have their home, the regular pinstripe. Well, this isn't it. They're regular, pinstripes like this. They have the alternate home, the blue. They have the away, which is the gray with the NY, and then the alternate away, which is the New York with the Mets. So 4 jerseys overall. They are supposedly going to bring back the black jerseys, I'm guessing, as a home alternate for like a Friday night. And it's nice. It's nice MLB does this. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. I hate Acuna because of celebrate. So did you like the Mercedes thing then? Ryan, I got to ask you that. What do you think about the Mercedes? The Yerman Mercedes 3-0 hit. It's only, well, then you were probably in not an Eastern Standard Time zone, my friend. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's fair. LFGM, absolutely. Los Daybacks. Yeah, they've been pretty bad. Those jerseys. That's true. In terms of revenue, that you have a point. YouTube Productions. The Reds. They have a couple jerseys. I think it's good. It helps. It helps. Like a lot of the youth now and Gen Zs are very trendy. So they'll like to wear a lot of nice clothing. So I guess the jerseys, the hats. I see people on the street that have a Marlins hat. I'm like, yo, what do you think of the Marlins? They're like, oh, I don't know anything about them. I just like the color. I was like, fair enough. Or, I'll see them wearing a Mets hat. And I'm like, yo, let's go Mets. I love GM. Let's go Big B Pete. And they'll be like, I don't follow the Mets. I just have the hat. It represents NY. I was like, fair enough. So I definitely see that point there. That's a valid point. Don't really. The Mercedes, yeah. The thing with Acuna was, that wasn't, I didn't even really care. I didn't really pick that up. I saw he walked like 10 feet and then kind of like did his typical like shuffle, whatever the heck he does with that hand. And that was really it. 1:30 is West Coast. Yeah, I'm an Eastern Standard. Facts. But yeah, please, everyone, give some more final comments, questions, whatever you guys got to do. Definitely had a good stream today. We're going to call it in 5 minutes at an hour. I got some other stuff to do. So please, everyone, if you want to give some more comments, questions, whatever you guys like to do, it would mean a lot. I'll check MLB. Don't think there's anything new with. I always like to check Twitter because, like, whenever I'm on the stream, something happens. Mets Weekly is at 7, same time. Yeah, nothing seems to be new. Rays have won their last 7. Go figures. Mets minor league systems are looking good. The Mets do not plan on an announcement. The Mets, SNY just tweeted out, the Mets do not plan to make an announcement on Pete Alonso's hand wrist issue until tomorrow. Oh, that's great. And that's the thing with Alonso, and that's the thing with Rojas is, I mean, he should at least tell people. I mean, the fans and the media. Listen, I don't know how good he is with the New York media, but you gotta bring it aware. You can't just make people like, where's Alonso? And I mean, I thought it was just a stupid managerial decision by Rojas. But no, he was out, and I mean, I'd rather him not be out. I don't think it's a big deal, though. I don't think he's hurt. I mean, I don't know if you heard Ryan, but pretty much it was basically that. Basically that in St. Louis he got hit with the hand. He's not hurt. I'll rephrase. He got hit with the ball and it hit his hand in St. Louis. I don't know if you remember that. 2 weeks ago when we were in St. Louis, the ball hit Alonso in the hand lightly. And everything was fine. He got an MRI scan after the game and he was clean. Everything was fine. And then last night he started to feel some soreness in his wrist. And I don't know, maybe maybe they're just being cautious so it doesn't tear his rotator cuff or God knows what's wrong. I don't blame them. I mean, with all the guys being out right now, you probably don't want to lose Alonso. That would suck big time, and I'd probably jump off a cliff. Literally, not metaphorically. So I understand that. I think he'll be ready, though. You got to be safe and sorry. All these injuries are going on in Major League Baseball, and it's something we suspected. How much worse can it get? I mean, it can get worse if all of our guys. Fingers crossed, though. We're making progress, though, and that's why we have this important depth, this important bench. I mean, it's like at this rate, are we even going to get by the whole season? That's something I question. Everyone's talking about, 60-game season. Well, hopefully we can get a full season in the books. Jam, absolutely. Fire the trainers. Yeah, I think it's still the same physical trainer that's been with them for the last couple of years. So I don't know if it's different. I don't know if it's the hitting coach. I mean, ever since say Nimmo and Davis were out when Chile got fired. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really know who there is to blame. I mean, the trainers have something to do, but the Mets are looking like the 2020 Yankees right now, where we have 3 guys healthy from our roster. So I don't know. Definitely going to be something we're going to have to see. No doubt. Please, everyone, give me some final comments, questions. We're probably going to end the stream in a minute. Got some stuff to do. And I like to keep these an hour, keep it short and simple. Nothing new with Twitter. LMAO King. Yes. Are the Giants a playoff team? Buster Posey, I'll tell you something. That man really, I mean, I don't think he's not a contender for playoff of the, comeback player of the year, but he's been having a nice bounce back. I mean, listen, the Giants, let's see, they're 28-16, so they're 12 games over 500. I mean, if you were to ask me, I thought they were a third place team, no doubt. And I mean, this is, Yastrzemski aside. Yastrzemski you thought would have been their key guy to help them, and he really isn't so far. You've been having guys like La Stella, Crawford, Belt, Gausman. I think they recently picked up who the heck was that Yankee? Talkman. And then they have the veterans Longoria. They have Wilmer Flores, who I think is on the IL. But their pitching's been doing something. Jake McGee, Logan Webb. Alex Wood. Who else? I don't know. I'm not too big. I don't know too many people on the Giants, but they've been doing something. I will say that they've really been doing something, the Giants, and they've been putting around for their money. And last year, they were pretty much the team of the decade kind of for the first half, and then they kind of went downhill afterwards. Everyone says the Mets and the Giants are rivals. I don't really see it. I mean, if anything, it's the Dodgers. But yeah, I will say, I mean, they're demolishing the Reds right now, 19-2 or 19-1. Trying to think what's new with the Giants. I don't know. I don't really follow the Giants a whole lot, so I can't talk. I'm sadly not Giants talk with Hayden. I appreciate you joining, man. LFGM, please give this video a like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I appreciate you joining. It's the Yankees every year, or Yankees? I don't think so. Yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, the wild card, cannot really. I mean, okay. So the Royals beat us in 2015. The A's beat us in 73. I mean, no one. I mean, that was long ago. But I mean, the Cardinals beat us in 2006. I mean, I don't really think anyone cares about the Cardinals now. So I don't really see. I mean, yeah, that's more. It's more in the modernization. So maybe soon it'll get outdated. But I hate the Dodgers. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like the Dodgers. I don't know. The Dodgers have always been, I think if anything, they're probably the best team to beat us in the playoffs in the NL at least. Please, everyone, we're going to call the stream in a minute or two, get some final comments, questions, and all that great stuff. But yeah, check Twitter. I don't see anything new with Twitter. All I see is the Pete Alonso thing. 19 runs scored for the Giants. We got 12 people in the chat. LFGMO, please give this video a like, comment, subscribe. Salute to the chat. Whatever you guys think. Whatever you guys like to do. Mets and the Giants, Mets. Philly's favorite teams. Great question, Consumer Cellular. I don't know. Maybe like the Phillies. I guess I'll go Phillies. In terms of our division rivals, the Phillies, the Braves have always. I mean, the Phillies and Mets have always had a longer history of beef, so that's why I'm going to go with them. I mean, the Braves are kind of, the team that's been kind of killing us the last couple of years, but we don't really have so much of history with them. And right now, we've kind of been owning them so far in the 3 games we played them. So I'll go Phillies. Hayden, I generally think when we are fully healed. Oh, I don't want to say best. So you really can't say best. I mean, rotation-wise, I still don't think we're the best rotation when healthy. I mean, I still go Padres. You're going to get Clevenger back. So you're going to have a rotation of Snell, Darvish, Lamet. They're going to call up Mackenzie Gore. Who else they got? Chris Paddock. They got a ton of guys. I think we're a solid team. I think we definitely are one of the best teams in the NL, maybe like second or third, but I don't think we're the best team in baseball. I think teams like the White Sox could shut us down. The Padres could give us a run for our money. The Dodgers could give us a run for our money. Teams like the Indians have a nice pitching staff. The White Sox. In terms of pitching staff, I don't think we would have the best pitching staff. I still think a team like the Padres would have it. Our bullpen's pretty good. But I still think there's I think as you even said, the White Sox. I mean, they've been elite so far, and I think they have the best record in the AL. Alrighty, so we're probably gonna call this a stream for today. If you wanna, give a goodbye in the comments, you can. F no. I don't know what team you're referring to. Probably the White Sox. White Sox are fire. They are a scary team. They are, man. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in, though. Please give this video a like, a comment, a subscribe. We have 12 active viewers, so we're still doing. I'll take 12 active viewers. Always means a lot. We didn't get super many people in the chat today, but it's fine. I'll take it. But I think this is probably the time I'm going to go for in terms of these streams, just because they work out very well. Yes. Yeah, you're really Polish, my friend, with that last name and the accent. I want to say that's New York City. But yeah, hopefully, listen, Ryan has it predicted. First game, second game, third game of the Marlins series. I like that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. It always means a lot. So please give this stream a like, comment, a subscribe, whatever you guys like to do. And yeah, otherwise, I'm going to talk to you next time. In terms of the next stream, I think someone commented that. From now on, I'm going to do these streams pretty much every game after a game series. So I'll always talk about a series recap, summary, and a series preview. And if there's any big news, like if something happens, like if the Mets pitch a no-hitter, then I'll obviously go live for that. I don't know. I would definitely like to, live stream some games. I did live stream a couple games. I think I live stream a doubleheader. So we're definitely going to get into that more. I definitely want to take this channel a lot more. We're at 295 subscribers, 96. We just got one. So I always appreciate that. So yeah. So I appreciate everyone for coming in, though. It really means a lot. Let's win. Yeah, hopefully. That's what we got to do. That's my goal. That is my goal. See ya. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I'll talk to you next time, baseball fans. Till next time, baseball fans. See ya. LFGM.